Welcome to you all. It's a wet evening. And because it's wet, I wanted to explain a little of what we're doing. We're going to a holy well, also a fort, and known as Doonpeter, Doonfather. And this is patterned or Patron Day. And it's believed that the summer solstice, which as you know is around this time, was celebrated here in pre-Christian times. So I just wanted to explain a few things of what's going to happen this evening. We will begin a walk-in, which is about 1 kilometre in from the road, through private land that's owned here, and it's lashing rain, so we're going to have fun. The ground isn't too bad. Up to yesterday, which was Monday, the ground would have been dry enough anyway, so the ground isn't too bad. A few cars have gone in, but I'm going to walk in, and there's about 20 people here outside and about 15 inside. Normally we'd have over 100 people here of all ages, but a lot of people throughout the day here normally would be in fine weather going in here. So I just wanted to give you a little timeline of our place here. Doonpeter was first mentioned in a decree from Rome, and a church stood here at this time in the year 1189. That'll tell you how old there was a church here. In 1599, Hugh O'Neill, on his way to the Battle of Kinsale, destroyed it because the local landlord, Lord Barrymore, refused to join his army. In 1697, Mass was outlawed and the priests were banished from here. And there was a price of £21, which was a lot of money then, paid to anyone who got a priest saying Mass. There won't be Mass here this evening. What we will do are the rounds, and I'll explain the rounds here before I go in. There is a recorded miracle here from the year 1880. A 13-year-old girl who was lame was brought to Doonpeter, and while she was praying at the well, she saw a little fish in the water, and nobody else could see the fish. And as she attempted to get up, she found she could walk, and her crutches were hung on the white thorn tree, which is right there still. There's a white thorn tree in there for many years. In the 1920s, a young girl from Cork who had TB and had been in a sanatorium for some years with no great improvement was brought to her through her uncle from her uncle's farm here in Glenville, and she was brought to the well each day for 9 days. Her health improved to the amazement of all who had cared for her, and she lived a long and healthy life. That was the 1920s. In 1970, many cures were recorded, including a local boy suffering from an extreme skin disorder who had tried all sorts of potions without success until he came to Doon and washed his skin with the water from the well. His skin cleared and remained so. Other ailments such as ringworm, warts and boils have been cured by washing with the water from the well. And that's the last thing we'll be doing this evening. The only anxiety I have about the water from the well this evening is that people have to bring their own cups. There can be no cup sharing of the plastic cups, and we don't have plastic cups for people. And then just a few years ago, when I was here in 2016, we did the Walk of Mercy in the Holy Year of Mercy through the gates here. We erected a door of mercy at the entrance. We reflected on the 7 corporal works of mercy, and we had the Kilina cross, which was erected for all the baptized babies buried in the cemetery. And we had a piper playing in the background, a girl, Rebecca. Rebecca's her name, from Rathcormac. She played every year since, but I doubt if she's here this evening, but it was very nice of her to come. So I just want to explain the rounds to you before I go in. Inside there will be a statue of St. Patrick, and we prayed for Ireland at that. Then at the Kilina Cross we pray for all who are buried in the grounds, for all the famine victims and for the deceased babies. We go to the well then and we say the Apostles' Creed, and then we go to 5 different stones saying a decade of the Rosary at each, and we cross the stone with a stone at the end of it. After that then we say Our Father, Hail Mary and Glory be to the Father at the old stone, and then we take a drink from the well. And as I say, we must, but anyone who doesn't have a cup of their own this evening, they can just simply bless themselves with the water, but they just need a hand down into it. So I'm here now with Eamon and Davy. I'm talking away here now to my, we have 35 people live listening to us and a few more as well. There's our little Camino. We're going to walk now approximately 1 kilometre through here. And this is Eamon. We'll just let you see Eamon. There you are, Eamon. Now, Eamon is part of our group here, and Eamon's family members are buried in the cemetery. But it isn't too bad. There's the entrance. With St. Patrick's help, guide us, make us safe, help us to be careful, loving, supporting and kind. Help us to build up our country and its people. Help us to love one another as you have loved us. Dia ding Astura Isavora. May God guide us and protect us. We pray now at the Kilina Cross. This was only erected some years ago, and I just want to show you the stones on the ground. These are from the First Communion children of the year 2016. They painted these stones originally for their First Communion Day, and then they brought them in and placed them at the foot of this cross where they're buried, where the children who were unbaptised are also buried, probably right in this area here. Lord our God, have mercy on the souls of all who lie in the earth here, and of all those for whom we pray, particularly all those whose names are on the stones. I just want to show you Eguina Nalani in memory of the children. We're in holy ground here now, and the ground in which the famine victims are, members of our parish, our head schoolmaster, and all others are. The ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below, thrown on life's surf. It would be difficult to walk around to the stones this evening, as you can imagine, and the ground is a little unsafe, so we'll say our rosary, and at the end of it we will just mark any of the stones we come across to let them know we were here, and we pray the rosary for them. It is Tuesday evening. It's the Sorrowful Mysteries of the Rosary, the first, the agony of Jesus in the garden. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. This stone on top of here, so I think that's where we mark. Now this marks the entrance to what was once the old church. So we call that the old stone. So we go to the well now, we say the I believe in God, and we take a drink from the well. The well marks the spot where it is believed a number of miracles occurred as recently as the 1970s. I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord. Well, with that, we conclude our visit to Doonpeter this evening. Just want to give you a last minute view of where the famine victims are buried. Stone markers, but no names. And our thanks to Yvonne, who finishes now with her opening, with our final hymn, Faith of Our Fathers. Farewell from Doonpeter and St. John's Well on this St. John's Eve of